has to do breakfast. Me, when I was single, breakfast me requirement yet. So I have to do breakfast for him. Sometimes when the COVID time came, I have to do lunch, supper. Like I have to cook 3 times a day. It was just unbearable. But it all comes from our orientation. So I want to just ask this question around it. Like when people say women are nagging, like, oh, my wife likes nagging, my wife like what what do you think nagging is really about? Because for me, if you do something and the lady is not happy with it, she'll complain. If you do something to your husband and your husband is not happy, he will complain. We don't call that nagging. But immediately the woman or the lady starts complaining, she is nagging and it becomes irritating. So what exactly is nagging? Or maybe your own experiences, or maybe experiences you've heard somewhere. What is nagging, and why are men always talking about the fact that women are nagging?
Um, okay. I think this word nagging has become a cliche um, a lot of times. Also, because a woman has the right to let you know something didn't go right with her. But it's that's what I'm saying. It's a cliche now because the moment the woman says it, then we say that she's nagging, and we find our defense in the fact that she's nagging, and then people tell her, "There's my wife nags. She's always talking about something I didn't do and all of that." But the truth is, I don't think anybody just loves to nag. You know, if you have done something and she has complained to you about it, and you keep repeating that same thing, you don't expect that she would keep quiet. She would continue saying that thing over and over until whatever discomfort is sorted. So my wife naturally doesn't nag, as they say, but she will definitely let you know if something is wrong, and then we sort it out. Yes, because I always say that it's good that on every day we're on a fresh note. I don't need to have any thought that my wife is uncomfortable or she thinks I'm uncomfortable, because it saps energy
Yeah, it
from
does.
from
Yeah.
both of us, and there are better things we can do
Thank
with
you.
our time than to be moody and be wondering about.
Sulking.
I mean, no, no, no. So I think for that nagging tag, we should take it away. It's become a cliche. It's losing its relevance. If there's a problem and your wife talks about it, sit down and sort it out.
Yeah, so I think I agree very much with you when you say that a woman will not just wake up one day and say that I'm nagging. Because, like you said, it saps energy for you to be complaining about things over and over and over again. And sometimes I don't understand, I don't get the difference between you complaining about something and you nagging. And women don't want to be tagged as a nagging wife, because that's how we've grown to have that perception that a nagging wife is not a good thing. So because of that, you rather keep quiet. Then you be sucking everything in, burning inside. One day when it explodes, and the man will be like, hey, so say I would say. But it's all because he has not given you that environment for you be able to air your views. But I've also realized one thing, that sometimes in the home, there's so much tension, sometimes between the man and the woman. It can be maybe about family, his family, your family, something you are doing, a project you are doing, or something of that sort. And it can bring so much tension. So if the woman wants to say something, then she'll take it in. I want to be a respectful wife. Then she'll keep quiet. Hey, I have to submit to. Last time Sheila came on Oni's show and said that woman has to submit. So I want to submit. So I won't talk. Then she's there. She's dying inside. In this way, what are some of the advice like we can give to women who are wives actually in marriage? If there is that kind of tension in your home, there is no space for you to even air your views or bring a situation or something up to your husband, you are not comfortable with something, you cannot say, what are some of the ways that a woman can use at least to get her side out, and it will not be seem like she's nagging or she's a disrespectful person, or maybe she's unsubmissive? Take it.
Okay, so I believe communication is very important in marriage. So, we should be mindful that we all grew up in different settings, had different orientations, different backgrounds. They all play a role in what we are now as husband and wives. But in marriage we are one, but how can I tell your thoughts, or your how can I tell what you're going through if you don't voice it out, or like let me hear it? So we need to advise, or just advise couples to really air out their expectations of their other partner. Let the other partner know that I expect this from you. I think if you do this, it will make me feel better, maybe make me feel more appreciated, loved, or valued in the role I play in your life. If you don't communicate it, it will be difficult for the other to know
But
and even work at it.
the environment for that person to just come up openly or freely to communicate is not there. So how does, maybe, let's say, how would she be able to create that environment so that she feels like, okay, at this point I can say what I want to say? Or also for
Not all times are good for, to lodge a complaint or to share your grievances about an issue. There are many other ways we can talk about our grievances. The issue with this nagging issue, and you say there are men and there are women who at any point in time, the least thing they are talking, it depends on the time. Let me give a classical example. Let's say we are on the table, we are about eating, and then the stew gets finished. I heard of one story like that. Then the husband just dished the little stew that was left.
That's left.
Missed everything and said, let's enjoy. At that moment, the man thinks that I'm doing what will help all of us. The woman wasn't okay with it. Just there and then she just she was, and then why do you miss it? I don't like it that way. At that point, the man will see it as though you are not being reasonable with what I am doing. But you see, it would be very good, even though you didn't like it, after eating and everything, later when the whole, you've changed the scene, you are doing something else, when you bring it up, for a man, it will be easy for him to listen to you than at the point when the thing is being done. Again, let's say you have a small boy, a child at home, and the boy is doing something. Most men will be quick to, put in disciplinary actions, that kind of thing. But the woman or our wives, allow manindi agro kakra. Now, if, let's say, the husband spanks a child or something, hey, don't do it that way. At that moment, maybe husband might be wrong. Wife, allow him. Let him do whatever he wants to do. When the child is not around, everything is a different scene. Bring the issue up. I think that, Charlie, the way you did the thing, a cry, maybe you need cry because of something, but not there and then. So most often, the timing to channel out our grievances or our displeasure about certain things, they matter. It will be difficult to talk about an issue you are not happy about just about the time you are going to bed, or just around the time Ujaf wants to
do his thing.
He wants to use his hands and legs. Just around that time.
Okay. Also, my Mishila said what? Worship. Worship.
And your third worship.
What did you say?
It was third service.
Third
but
service.
You will see, around that time, his mind is somewhere else. It's a good place. Or after everything, after the third worship, after you've had fun, the guy is a bit relaxed, you can talk to him about it. Not when the heat is on and you are no. So I think these are some of the ways we can go about it.
I think it resonates very well with me, and sometimes too, even the way you say it.
Yes.
Because it can be that the guy is relaxed, but maybe the way you say it to get him angry, or the way you say it to just throw him off, he'll not even listen. There have been a few times my husband would tell me that you are talking, but what you are saying is not entering my ear. When he says that, it gets me angry, but he's actually telling me the truth, that you are trying to communicate something very important, but the time and the way you are saying it, you won't get results. So just at that point, I have to reorient, either to say, okay, I leave it there, think about some time later and bring it up. Because very recently something happened, and I felt that, oh, he has taught me something. Like I've matured over the years, because I there was a situation, and the way I handled it, at the end of the day, he himself was even very excited about the way I handled it. And I was surprised, because the usual me, if there is a situation as a woman and I like talking, I want to talk. Just then I want to say it. Yes, I want to clear it. Like someone said, because we say, oh, clear issues into BBR, let's clear, BBR, let's clear. You can leave some for later. So I took my time. I if there's something bothering me personally, I can't pretend and go about my other things. If I feel like I'm pretending, so I have to find and also make sure that creative atmosphere be I can talk with you one way or the other. So at that point, oh, I came low cry like the agrobi near there, and usually when he's eating, he's busy. When I'm eating, I'm busy. So we don't even eat together. That day, no, I left all my business aside, sat with him on the table, we ate together, we were chatting, like normal chat, make up fun, saying baby, moana. I realized that the atmosphere was very, very friendly. Then I tried another thing. I was like, oh, it's been a while we took a walk. Let's just take a walk. I just want to see outside. And then he was trying to resist it, because I said, what break? And I was like, oh, I actually want to talk to you. That's why I said, let's take a walk. So at that point in time, I had to make my intentions known. So while taking the walk, when we got somewhere, then we stood there and I told him, oh, this and this and this is what I've realized, and I think let's do something about it and everything. And then he was very receptive. And I was shocked, because it was like I was expecting him to flare up at the end of the day. But I realized that, oh, so the medium I used and then the channel that I went through really helped the situation. The same situation came up again another time, and the interaction didn't go well. All because I changed my tactics and it didn't go in my favor. At the end of the day, he would tell me that, what can't say no mete at that time, mete, but because me I will not easily like accept it or take it, no. But later, when I sit down and I'm okay, it comes back to mind and I rethink about it and I do. So I think what you're just saying really resonates with me. I think as ladies, we really have to have this thing in mind most of the time, even when you're in a relationship. Sometimes you want to correct your guy on something and you may not do it well. Or because you're a nagging girlfriend, not a nagging wife. But the little we learn from take your time, this is not the best time. Wait. Find another time. Oh, wait. Maybe another time. Sometimes you may not even say it's not the end of the cry. Okay, so on this note, we'd like to take a break. We'll be right back.
The Onyx Show. What are some of the things you learned before marriage that you are using in your marriage?
Yes, I learned a lot from my parents, from my dad and my mom.
Some of the things we learned before marriage was, one was how to manage our finances. So our counselors taught us that our marriage, our money was one. So what I earn and what he earns, we put it together into a big pool. There's nothing like your money, her money. We put it together, and then whatever needs to be done, we take it from that pool and then get whatever it is running.
Okay, I think one of the very, very salient lessons I learned prior to marrying was when I was told that as a man you need to invest in your spouse,
I learned something from a very good friend of mine. He said that whatever you want to see your spouse do it the more. The more they see you do it, the more they pick up, that trait to do them.
Well, some of the things I learned before entering marriage was, one, not to engage third party. That if you have an issue with your partner, you sit down, you address those issues, and you make sure that it ends. If you don't do that and you move on, you see that as you go along, you come and revisit that same issue.
I learned that I need to support my wife in every way I can. And so going in there, That was on top of my head.
I was told that even if you were to play the devil's advocate, thinking that whatever support you would give her, you would not benefit from it. You know that you would have kids with her. And even if you don't, your kids would definitely benefit from whatever support you would give her. If it's education, for example, if she climbs the career ladder and she gets better, and then she even decides not to give the support that you deserve, you know that your kids will definitely enjoy from her. So for me, I was bent on giving her all the support that she needed, and I still do.
So I try as much as possible to be transparent from the day we started dating till today. How much I'm paid at work, she knows, even before we got married. When I am afraid about something, I tell her my fears, my doubts, my strengths, my weaknesses. Even when I sin, this is strange. Even when I sin, I'll call her, Abby, Charlie, my messy up crowd, my baby bonny crowd. What is it like? I'll say it. I watched the video, and Charlie, the way the video was going, it led me to other things. And Charlie, I'm feeling very bad about it. And she'll be like, it's okay.
And then also to engage God in every decision that you take. The word of God says that Amos 3:3 says that can two walk together unless they agree? And God being the center of it all, you see that anything that you place your hand on, because God is the center of it all, then you agree together, then you move on.
Thoughts were to be the best I could be for her. And that is something I had put in practice from the very first day we got married till today. And it's helping me.
Whichever way you want to support your wife, do your best to do that, so that at the end of the day, it comes back to improve the home and then the future of your kids and even the future of your...
If a lady approaches me and I'll catch her and say, Charlie, I'll just call and tell her, this lady, the way I'm seeing her. So I try as much as possible to be transparent. That is one thing. The next thing has to do with giving. There is no love without giving. For God so loved the world that he gave. Right from campus, whatever I have, I just a mantis or say comedy, or she doesn't have money, whatever it is, I'll make sure I mobilize something for her. Buy food, buy clothes, buy whatever, I do that. Until dates, I still do it.
The Onyx Show.
Welcome back. We are excited on this show and we are having a lot of fun, even though we are discussing very, very important issues about marriage. And I hope you are learning it. I want to say thank you to Auntie Gifty Aqua Makeover Studio. Makeup extraordinaire. She's made us look very beautiful on set, and we say thank you so much. You can look her up on IG, on Facebook, follow her, contact her, and bring her business. Thank you. So let's go on. Now I want us to discuss something about side chicks. I know most of us, our marriages are very young. Sheila is the oldest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we are in the same year, right? We got married the same year, 2016 in Mali.
2015.
2015. Oh, then you are really senior. Oh, so I'll be lying to myself all this. Hey, senior madam. Anyway, let's continue. So let's talk about side chicks. Side chicks can come in at any time. We've seen things, we've heard stories where men are not taking care of their wives, their children, but they rather take care of side chicks. And I feel that this thing comes up very early in the relationship, but it is not noticed. How do we, as wives? So I want you to share some perspectives on how side chicks come in. So let's talk about that now, and if there's more time, we'll go into how we can even, as women, work on trying to break that thing of side chicks in marriages.
Okay. This whole issue about side chick, maybe we need to know who the side chick is. I think that side chicks come in when a door is opened. Okay, when a man feels anyway, I don't subscribe to side chicks, but this is what I think happens, or what I know happens.